being safe. Before I jump into the topic of discussion for today, I just want to kind of give you guys a little about what's happening right now. So I am one of the tech gurus behind our YouTube channel, and I am trying a different live streaming platform. So I'm working out some of the kicks and everything else to be a little bit more interactive and stay connected with everybody on. So with the company under LVAS. So bear with me. I'm hoping that it works well on your end. And we'll go from there. All right. Other than that, I hope you guys are doing extremely well, you and your families. Thank you for all this work that you've done the last past, I don't know how many days we've been in quarantine, like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, been an obstacle. And I want to use that correctly. It's been an obstacle for everybody in the world, but it's been an obstacle for our clients that we serve. And we've seen a spike in behaviors. We've seen a spike in mood changes. We've seen a spike in affect. We've seen a spike in every possible facet that could possibly go wrong in a person's life. And, the news, one of the things to stay positive, the news always says the frontline workers, hospital workers, and doctors. And I totally agree. But the frontline workers are the mental health workers and the behavioral health workers and everybody else that has to go outside and deal with this day to day. So my kudos out to you guys. Continue doing the great stuff that you're doing. Always look for help if you need guidance, if you need to vent. Contact behavior support services. Me, myself, Liz and Rima. Contact client services. Contact clinical services. Contact a coworker that you need to talk to. But just get it out and vent in a very positive way. So I'm starting to see responses coming through. So like I said, if those of y'all just logging in, I am one of the tech gurus behind the LVAS YouTube channel, and I'm trying this new live stream platform that'll be able to be a little bit more interactive. So I am working out all the kinks. I'm gonna just do a real quick count. If you can hear me, please just let me know that you hear me loud and clear. You could just say yes. You sound good, Mike. You look good, Mike. No. just respond that way I know that you guys are receiving the message loud and clear. All right. Thank you, Rachel. So I am going to start off with, we always start off talking about COVID-19, and we know that there's a lot of changes going on in the world. Side note, the chair I'm sitting on, and you guys, I like to give a little bit of animation. The chair I'm sitting on actually is low because I like a low chair. So I had to put my old CD case up for me to sit up like this to sit in the screen. Just a little fun fact. All right. So COVID-19, we know that it's impacted our lives. We know that it impacted our behaviors. We know that it impacted our day-to-day routines. But I want to spin it a little bit with the COVID-19, and I want to talk about the positive side of quarantine, the positive side of this epidemic, this pandemic that's upon us. And everybody's probably shaking their head like, what, Mike? I think you done cut your head off too much time from balding your head this morning. But I want to introduce you to the positive side of this, how we can take what we can take from it. So one of the things, a lot of you guys know, I'm into the arts in the Lehigh Valley. I work on film projects out here. And one of the other projects that I do out here with John Anoni, a science teacher from Trexler Middle School in Allentown School District, is I'm a part of a research program called the Noise Project under Cornell University. And we are national recognized research grant. It's a whole about 8 or 9 different regions of community science collaborators that collect data and pretty much just find out what people think about noise. So what I'm going to do with you guys today to kind of get you shifted off of the negative side of COVID-19, and let's look at some of the positives that you might be able to take from this. So under this research program, under this research grant that Cornell University got from the National Science Foundation is that they granted us, I believe it's between $3 and $4 million to go out into lower or underserving communities to find out what they think about noise. And the whole purpose of this data collection is to create an app. So we finished our year one, and now this is our year two of this research project. And we're designing the actual app. We do have a website up. There's CSCs from around the country. Like we represent the Allentown division out here. There's CSCs in New York, Philadelphia, Florida, Georgia, California, New Mexico. We all came together in December in Minnesota, all paid expense trip, 2 nights for a big training, get more information about noise. But the whole purpose of it is to connect people and give them information about noise. So what I wanted to do was introduce this concept to the Lehigh Valley Adult Services team, because what better place to think about noise, right, than during our quarantine time? So what does that actually mean? What does that mean? Have to figure out, constantly have to figure out why is it that we need this, right? So one of the things that we look at noise, right, is to say, like, what is our habits with noise? What is our behaviors with noise? So I want you to take a minute to kind of say, like, well, what's going on with noise? Can we actually see or hear the noise that we actually want to do, right? What does that look like? What does that look like? Does that look like, well, if your kids are making a bunch of noise, is that really noise, or is that just your interactions with kids? If you're the one that's the noisemaker in your house, if you're the noisemaker in the house, then what does that need for you, right? Thank you guys. Remember, this is look. I'm kind of a tech guru, so I'm working this with you guys. So I'm looking at your responses. All right. So how we do that is to kind of figure out, like, look at. Well, I'll give you an experiment to do. Okay, when we talk about noise, a noise is anything that's unpleasing or displeasing to a human, animal, or machine created sound that disrupt the activity or balance of humans or animal life. So when you think about noise, you could think about noise as a traffic noise. You can think about aircraft noise, right? You could think about noise from construction and civil engineer works, right? Like how many of you be on 22 and all of a sudden you're like stuck in traffic, and then if there's construction going on, it's like you hearing all this different noise, you're hearing all this different noise, right? That can be disturbing, right? But it's part of life. Another thing could be noises from other sources, noises from industries, noises from the washing machine. Some people are real sensitive to things like that. So, what I want you to do, I want to challenge you guys today, and I want you to challenge it in a way that I want you to think about your day to day right now during the COVID-19. And I'm going to post a question across the screen. You guys tell me if you see it. Okay. My quiet space during COVID-19. Okay. Now, I want you to think about this, because part of this introduction to noise is I'm actually going to do a photo voice um, questionnaire, kind of photo voice kind of gallery for Lehigh Valley Adult Services under our grant project with the Allentown District. So what does that mean? Don't get your cookies in a bunch right now. What does that mean? That means that from today, I'm going to send you a link, and I'm also going to send a link to Miss Jocelyn to forward it over to everybody. I'm going to send you a link, and during your and click on that link, you'll have today's Thursday, up until Sunday, to submit a photo of yourself in your quiet space during COVID-19. Once you submit the photo, you'll be asked one question. You'll sign a consent. It's easy peasy. 1, 2, 3, right? You sign a consent. It gets forwarded over to this data site that I have access to, and it calculates all the reports and put all the pictures into a slideshow demonstration. Once Sunday comes, and we have all the submissions, I'll be able to send it to the team, send it to Lehigh Valley Adult Services, and we'll have our own picture slideshow of the question, the research question, I guess we're doing right now for LVAS, the research question to my quiet space during COVID-19. Now, remember, one of my quiet spaces, those of you that know, I'm a writer. I like to write. I have a very vivid imagination. So I am writing actually 2 children picture books right now. I did 2 published poetry books. I'm also writing a couple of scripts that I have working on for projects once this COVID-19 is over. So when I get into my headspace, this big dome of a headspace right here, for me, I like to write. So that's my way from quiet spaces. And a lot of times I like to write, believe it or not, on my bed. Or I like to write, I'll wake up 3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning sometimes. Sometimes I'll be up at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And, that's my most creative stretch, right? A couple of my associates that I know that's in the noise project, a lot, we all talk about it. A lot of the stuff that we like to do is go to parks right now. You go to your park and you use social distancing and you practice safety precautions and just guidelines from the CDC. But I have a very big dog, right? So to burn his energy out, guys, it's about 5 hours a day. So I can spend a number of time in a park and be okay with it. But that's me, right? But with noise, it's really finding that spot, really looking at that spot in your house, in your living room, and wherever you at, in your kitchen. I know a couple of people that I did one project with this other company like this, which I'm doing with you guys, and a lot of people took pictures of them in their kitchen. People find that to be a place away from them quiet. When nobody's around, they cook and they're in a quiet space. So it's a good way to look at how you view noise around you and what can you do to reduce the noise. So let's look at that a little bit further, because I know everybody's like, what does that mean? A lot of people, this is a very new concept because people heard about this, but don't know how that means into their life. Don't know how would that fit into their life, I should say. So think about it in a sense like this. I'm going to give you the easiest breakdown. Think about it in a sense of, I want to be able to make a change, right? What is that change, right? But how do I, I should say, what does that look like for me in my own individual life, right? So whether that means taking 10 minutes out every day to meditate, taking 10 minutes out to listen to a calming tape, audiobooks are very popular nowadays, right? If it's taking 10 minutes out to go walk your dog by yourself, those are ways that you can reduce noise in your life, right? So there's still a lot of things that you can work. That's a lot of things that you can work on that can help reduce the noise. I keep looking because remember, guys, I'm on this new feature and I'm trying to make sure that it works before everybody start using it through the company. And so I'm the test guru right now. Okay. So I want you to really look at that and kind of figure out, like, what does that mean for me? What does noise means to me? I never thought about that before. So even though I might be surrounded by all the things that's going on in our lives, right? Because we have not just A and B, we have A through Z things going on in our life from every hour of the day, right? But one of the things about self-care and taking care of your individual self is to really recognize some of the things that you can funnel out of your mind. So some of the things that you can funnel out in your mind is unwanted noise. So if there's a period of time in your day to where you can sit and really zen to yourself and really appreciate that, that's your quiet space for noise. Another thing too, if you like me, I'm a water person, so I like all thing waters. So to me, sitting by a stream or a lake in Pennsylvania is great. When I lived in New York, I was a beach, like always constantly in the beach. So these are things that helped me as a cancer person. I like all things water based. It's very calming for me, right? Another thing for me is walking the dog, right? So during the next 4 days, so you have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you're going to receive a link. In that link, I'm going to post the link now, see if you guys see it, and I'm going to send it to Miss Jocelyn for that way you guys can also um, receive it in an email. Take a couple of minutes if you can. Shoot that. Answer the question. What is my quiet space during COVID-19? And whether it's in your backyard, whether it's sitting at your desk, whether it's cooking, whether it's, you know, playing with your cat, whatever is your quiet space during COVID-19, you're going to click the link. You're going to take the picture, click, go to the link. I already designed it up. It's looking beautiful. It's perfect. You'll click it, you'll sign your information, your name and your email address. You can use your work email address. That's perfectly fine. None of this information is sold information, and it's not going to a third party. This is all for research purposes. It is protected, so your information is not going to be lost or given out to anybody that doesn't deserve it. You click the link, you answer the question, my quiet space during COVID-19. You upload your picture, you click submit. Honestly, guys, less than 1 minute. All right. I'm going to challenge you. You. I'm going to challenge you to challenge yourself to think about this question. My quiet space during COVID-19. Take that photo, upload it to the research data link that I attached right below, send it in, and hopefully I get a good amount of response for that way when I open it up on Sunday, I can start uploading it to the slideshow gallery, and LVAS will have a slideshow of all the participants that participated in it. And what's my question? My quiet space during COVID-19. So now that we got that out the way, I'm glad that people are responding back. Okay. So just make sure you see it. So I'm going to, again, remember, this is trial and error. Thank you for being with me on this program for today. Hopefully you got something a little bit, or just a wide, not even wide, just a titch, like a dash of salt of what noise pollution is and Noise Project. You can actually go to the Noise Project website. That's noiseproject.org. You can check us out. I'm actually a face on one of the website picture under the photo voice. So it's a research program. We're doing amazing things. It's a lot of things going on, and we're trying to bring good resources and everything to the communities, underserved communities, and not just to underserved communities, awareness to everybody. So what I normally do for as part of one of the teams out here for Allentown, I know I just touched my face and I can't wash my hands, but one of the things that I do for the teams out here in Allentown, I go around and do a bunch of presentations. So obviously right now I can't with the quarantine and COVID-19 going on, but I did city council presentations, I did churches presentations, I did a couple of offices, and I do one-on-one presentations just talking about noise to individuals. And I did senior centers before throughout the city of Allentown, and we're actually collaborating with the city of Allentown and about to do a whole picture voice gallery for them that was supposed to have been projected from June to actually have a gallery opening of the pictures we took, but things got pushed back, unexpected things in life, right? So take the time out, shoot that out. You want something different to look into it, and I always look at it this way. COVID-19 has came upon us in our lives at this time, right? We can't do nothing about it. We can follow recommendations. We can stay safe. We can stay connected. We can stay uplifted. We can stay positive. Yes. And I am one of the I'm a clinician I'm a practical, realistic clinician. And I'm one of those people like, yes, we're going to have bad times. Yes, we're going to have moods. Yes, we are going to be frustrated, angry, upset, and disgusted. Okay. However, however, through connections, we are able to move forward and move past the huddle, I should say. So just use that. Be practical with yourself. Reach out. Enjoy some fun activities. I think this is an interesting project. I've been a part of it for about, like I said, we're in our year two. Um, it's I met a bunch of amazing people, from scientists, believe it or not, to engineers, to business owners, to all walks of CEOs, all walks of life that's really interested in learning about noise and how to reduce certain noises within their organizations, within their businesses, within their companies, within just the overall thinking. So I really wanted to introduce this to you guys, and hopefully, like I said, you're able to get something out of it, and we'll go from there. So I am going to try, because she's waiting patiently. I didn't even realize I had to just scroll over because I have all this data stuff there. So again, with part of this presentation slash test, okay, I'm going to try something. So bear with me. I'm going to add something in, and you guys tell me if you can see this on your screen. Hi, Rachel. Can you hear me, Rachel? I can't hear you, Rachel. Let's see. Do everybody see Rachel? All right, all right. Thanks, Rachel. Yeah, your sound wasn't there. Your sound wasn't there. I'll try it again. Your sound wasn't there. Did y'all hear her? Hi, Rachel. All right, Rachel. So your sound is not coming up. All right. Bye, Rachel. We can still got get some more text up, but thank you for being my second guinea pig. Again, like I said, guys, with any type of tech stuff, there's always glitches. So I know I'd like to work through things to make sure everything is fixed. So again, that is the question. My quiet space during COVID-19. Okay. You have today's Thursday, the 23rd, up until Sunday. Sunday. That means hopefully I could get a good amount of responses from everybody. Um, Hopefully I could get a good responses for everybody, for that way I can go back, compile it all together. Well, the site actually compiles it all together, and then I just look through it, allow each photo, and then I could share it with John and Victoria, and we can get it out to everybody in the company, and that answered our research question and our photo gallery of my quiet space during COVID-19. All right. So do if anybody have anything else to add, if you can't, let's try this. All right. Do anybody have any? How about that now? Very good. All right. So if you don't have any questions, well, let me ask, do you have any questions about noise? Do you have any questions about just really just how do I answer that question? Like, one of the things I got from one of my old presentations is how would I answer my own question about noise? And one of the main suggestions I would give to people is, one of the main questions you ask about noise is really looking at yourself and finding out, when are you at your most quietest in your life? When are you at your most quietest in your life? Meaning, is it a place, a person? Where are you the most quietest at your life? Okay. Then you'll be able to know what is your quiet space during the COVID-19. Okay. And again, this is a national, about to go global research program sponsored, well, run through Cornell College of Ornithology. I'm part of this program, and it's funded through the National Science Foundation. Very exciting to be a part of this. I'm very honored to have that privilege to really be a part of something big and global. So thank you all from listening. And if you have any questions, please forward them down. Like I said, thank you for being so troopers while I'm still working out all these kinks for this new programming. Um, and again, if there's no questions, y'all, thank you, Rachel, always. Um, my other partner in crime and video over there, Rachel. So thank you also. Thank you always for working with me. Again, if you guys don't have anything else, remember, I'm going to post this link again. I'm going to send it to Miss Jocelyn right after the meeting. So send it to your emails. Send those photos. Answer that one question. It take literally 1 minute to do this process. Take a photo of your space in your house, in your backyard, in your walk, wherever you do your quiet space during COVID-19. Take the picture, answer the question, submit, and you are good to go. Sunday, I'll review everything, put them up, put the collection together. We'll submit it. I'll submit it to administration. And then we'll have Lehigh Valley Adult Services will have their own picture slideshow of their question, my quiet space during COVID-19. All right, guys, please check it out. Also, yes, Crystal made a notation too. I also uploaded the videos are starting to come in from the occupational therapist student interns. It's Meet the Intern under the LVAS YouTube channel. Make sure you check them out and you get to know the OT students that is coming in. Is under Meet the Interns. I'll have the whole lineup with those guys as their videos start to come in. If you have anything else for me, then I will see you guys later. Thanks again while we work through this, while I work through it. And I hope you have a beautiful day. And like I said across the topping, make today a great day. See you guys later.